back to my channel. So today we are doing a full body workout. So you guys know I freaking love doing full body workouts, not just because you get to do so many more movements, but also I think they really are the best type of workouts for building the most strength but also the most muscle mass over time. So today I do want to make this video a little bit different. I do actually want to break down each and every one of the exercises so those who are newer to the gym, or even some that have been going to the gym for a while, really get to understand the movements better. But before we get into this video, don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you guys want more content and also want to know more about what I eat and whatnot. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll post everything there. But yeah, let's get into this video. This routine was so much fun to do and I actually repeated it a couple of times. Normally I always switch up my workouts, but I actually really love this workout so much just because I feel like it was perfect, especially for us women, to build more muscles the right places with the best exercises. So the first movement is a squat movement, but I put it together with bicep curls. So it's a goblet squat to bicep curls. So when doing this movement, you want to make sure you keep your head aligned with your spine, so don't look down on the dumbbells even though you can feel really tempted to do so. And for a proper bicep curl, when you're in the isometric stand of the goblet squats, you're actually doing a bicep curl, but you want to keep your elbows in the front. So don't tuck your elbows into the side of your body because you will be cheating on the reps. And as you are doing the actual bicep curl, keep that elbow in the front so you're only moving one joint, which is the elbow and not the shoulder. Also make sure you're squatting properly. Make sure to keep your core engaged in this movement, especially because you're doing the bicep curls. And because of the weight is in the front, you want to make sure to really squeeze that core so you aren't having an improper stand in your goblet squats. Also make sure to allow your knees to pass your toes. I know some have read somewhere online or whatever, oh, your knees can't pass your toes, but guess what? That's a freaking myth. You want to allow your knees to pass your toes and have a proper dorsiflex in your ankles for the best positioning in your goblet squats, and also really allow those hips to open up for the best positioning. And all these things are actually going to take off the pressure off your knees. I know some of you have dealt with knee pain during squats, and that's probably why you aren't opening up your hip flexors properly and you aren't allowing your knees to pass your toes because of you either don't know any better or your ankle mobility kind of just hits the wall. Anyways, just make sure to squat right below parallel. Don't go ass to the grass. Some of you might like that, but I wouldn't recommend that for everybody just because I want to prevent too much of a butt wink for some of you. So the next exercise is actually a superset. It is bent over rows superset with Romanian deadlifts. And I'm using a barbell this time for these two exercises. It's always good to switch it up. Sometimes I use dumbbells. This time I'm actually using a barbell. So for the barbell rows, make sure as well here, keep your head aligned with your body. So I see some of you doing the barbell or even dumbbell rows and you guys are looking yourself in the mirror and you're having this kind of like neck and it doesn't look good. And you're also pulling your lumbar spine unnecessarily. It's just an improper positioning, and if you can, you should avoid it. But in the dumbbell rows, you are allowed to have a slight arch in your lower back. So you really get to target your upper back as you are pulling the barbell with your upper back. But just because you are working your upper body doesn't mean that you have to let go of your core. I see a lot of you also are letting your ribs flare out a lot, so you want to engage that core and keep those ribs not necessarily tucked in too much, but you don't want to let go of that either. So you basically want to keep everything nice and tight to get the most out of the exercise, but also to stay injury free. And as some of you may notice, I did have two 5-pound plates on the floor, and this is because I didn't really have time to take off my shoes when doing the Romanian deadlifts, but you don't want to have an elevated heel when you are doing deadlifts. So I step up with my toes on the plates to even out my stand, just because you want to target the hamstrings and not the quads. Make sure to also keep your head aligned with your spine throughout this whole movement, and you want to thrust the bar. So do not lift with your lower back, but actually lift the bar with your glutes and hammies. And with that I mean the hamstrings. And as far as the eccentric movement of the Romanian deadlifts, you want to make sure you have a proper hinge. So you want to move back your hips as far as you can, and then you start bending your legs, which allows you to go even further back in your Romanian deadlifts. Also in this movement, you are allowed to have a slight arch in your lower back. So the next exercise is actually also a superset, and this is for the upper body as well. We are having pull-ups, and I'm actually just doing pull-ups just free-handed. I'm not using the pull-up assisted machine. So you know how you can take the little stool and actually sit on it with your knees while you're doing the pull-ups, and this is what I would recommend for most women. Or you can also invest in a rubber resistant band and put your foot in that while you're pulling yourself up. They just didn't have that in this gym, so I just kind of had to rip it out till I hit the X amount of reps that I want to hit. I was kind of tight in this clip, so don't judge me too much. You do want to lift with your back and lats and not so much your delts. That's why the pull-up assisted machine is so good, just because you get to have a proper form in your pull-ups. And I supersetted the pull-ups with the push-ups. And most of you think that the push-ups is just for your upper body, but it's actually a full body movement. So you want to make sure you put your hands in a arrow-shaped stand. So some might put their hands out up here, which will make like a T kind of form push-up. So you will like push like this. We actually want them down here when you're doing a push-up, so you target both your triceps and your chest. Make sure to keep your core engaged in the push-ups as well, and you want to squeeze those glutes as well as your legs, because some of you let your hips drop in the pull-ups and you're basically just like cheating on the reps, and you aren't really getting the most bang for your workout bucks. And the last exercise is actually also a superset. So this is the third superset of this workout. So we are finishing off this full body workout with some good isolated exercises. And I actually always do this, always get the compound movements done first, and then I'll move on to the isolated exercises. So the superset is glute pull downs superset with standing cable side kicks. So these two are pretty self-explanatory. For the glute push down, you want to keep a thrust movement throughout the whole movement. So you want to stay in that hip thrust isometric stance, so you aren't resting the other glute, and this is also going to allow you to pull down the other leg and really target the glutes in both the active and non-active leg. But both glutes are actually put under a lot of pressure simultaneously. But yeah, this is a really great movement, and I would highly recommend to get a ankle strap. It's such a good investment. I will link those down below if you want to get one for yourself. And I supersetted this exercise with the standing cable side kicks. And these, you want to have a slight bend in both of your legs. You want to lean a little forward, head aligned with your spine, so bend your head a little bit as well, but not too much. I think that I did a little bit too much, but you know, learn from my mistake. And then you're basically kicking to the side, especially using your gluteus medius and maximus to complete this movement. You will probably experience that the other leg, you will feel it as well, just because you're working so many of your stability muscles, so you will feel it in both legs as well in this movement. But yeah, that's basically it for the explanation. I will put a little screen up with the complete workout that you can screenshot or whatnot with the amount of sets and reps, and then after that I will show you the actual workout. So yeah, let's get into it.
Like we've got nothing to lose. Strangers in my sheets. Wake up, rewind and repeat. But I'm still caught up on you. Nothing really mattered when we had it all. Happy ever after was an afterthought, and I've got to know. Baby, do you ever think of when we were together on the 4th of July underneath the fireworks sky? And I said everything is perfect 'cause you're holding me. You and I together like we're supposed to be, 'cause you need me and I need you. But that's just my point of view. That's just my point of view. Yeah. Pictures on my phone remind me that I'm on my own, and I don't know
watching this video. I really hope that this video was helpful and you guys got something out of it. And if you're lost and don't really know what to do in the gym, how to build up a proper workout program for yourself, what nutrition to follow and what not, I do have a lot of workout programs linked down below that you should really check out. I have loaded them with so much information that you can find really beneficial on your fitness journey, and you can really make some huge changes by following these workout programs that I did to change my physique myself. But yeah, I really hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch more videos like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. We just hit 100k, which is absolutely insane. Like, it's insane. I'm so thankful for you all. Like, I appreciate all the love and support. It is sometimes so overwhelming, but yeah, I can't wait to keep carrying you guys on this journey, and hopefully you all will make some amazing results following some of my advice. But yeah, that's basically it. I'll see you guys in my next video.